when you shut the grassroots out of the party. In Maine, our former chairman was a guy who operated on a scorched earth, my way or the highway policy. And he even tried to sabotage his own state convention when he realized how unstoppable the Republican grassroots really is. This resulted in us coming to the national convention and into the 2012 election season with a very, very fractured state party. And that resulted in Republican losses. We lost the majority in both the House and the Senate. So in December, we were really fortunate, and we were able to elect a party chairman who respects the grassroots and who values the grassroots, and we're on our way to unity, and we're on our way to a good future for the Maine State Republican Party. And this is what Mark Willis can do for our party. I want to see that happen at the national level. I want to see the grassroots embraced. I want to bring the grassroots into the National Republican Party. I want to be able to win, and I know that Mark Willis is the man to put us on that path. So without further ado, my friend and colleague, National Comedian Mark Willis.
Good afternoon, everybody, and I'm so glad everybody's here today. I want to thank the Westin Hotel for allowing us to have this room. I want to thank all the grassroots supporters from North Carolina, and Maine, and Texas, and any other state I may have forgotten about. Let's give everybody a hand. All the because really, without the grassroots, without you, and most of you are doing this out of the goodness of your heart because you love the Republican Party and you're not getting paid for this. We all know that. So thank you very much for coming here and doing what you do, because you are the future of this party. You are the future, and I'm a little concerned that some of you may have already left the party. So anybody who watches this video, I want you to know the message from me to the grassroots is don't leave just yet. I'm going to go through some things today to tell you why I think you should stick around and give me a shot. Talk to your RNC members about getting me on the ballot to challenge the right to be the chair of this organization. Right now, I have 2 states. I have Maine and Nevada. And under the rules, you have to have 2 members from 3 states of the RNC. So we are looking for a 3rd, and we have until Thursday night at 5 to get that 3rd state. And my message right now is full speed ahead. We're not giving up. We're going to go all the way till Thursday night at 5. And I'm going to talk to a lot of RNC members here saying, I know you may vote for someone else, but support my right to be on the ballot. Just support my right to be on the ballot and express my message that I've laid out in my 8-point plan to you that show you that I am the right person to bring this message forward. And even if we fall short, we've already won, because so many people have paid attention to this race across this country. So many people are paying attention to those 8 points, to all of you on Facebook and social media and Twitter, and this new generation of Republicans that are coming into this party. And I say, you've got to stick around and give me a chance. I don't want to push you away. You are the future of this party, and we've got to work together. So what I bring to the table is I want to work with all different areas of the party. Yes, I may have come through the Liberty Movement, and yes, I may have supported Ron Paul in the primaries, but that's over. That's over. We are Republicans, and I believe whether you are Bachmann or Perry or Gingrich or Santorum or Romney, whoever you are, we are one party, and if elected, I will treat every candidate the same going forward, no matter who they are. Because if you have the guts to stand up and run, you deserve an equal opportunity and a chance to run for president. And that holds true for 2016. But 2016 is going to be very interesting if we don't get things changed. And the first big change that we have to talk about in 2016 are the rules. And most of you in this room know what I'm talking about. The rules that were passed at the Tampa Convention, particularly Rule 12, 16, and 40. We're talking about some pretty draconian rules. And if these rules are not repealed, the grassroots in 2016 will be cut out completely cut out. There will be no reason for the grassroots to come out in 2016. They're going to stay home. So today at 3 o'clock at the Standing Resolutions Committee, I have a resolution, and some of you probably already have it in front of you. I'm the chief sponsor of a resolution, as well as Diana Ork from Nevada. She has a resolution as well. We're putting these resolutions in together, and the same effect is that what we are saying is that these 2012 rules were passed improperly, they're invalid, and we need to roll back to the 2008 rules, or this party is in deep, deep trouble come 2016. Now there's other things that I've identified and analyzed and offered solutions, because I believe, like Mr. Gingrich, he's an ideas guy, and Newt's very smart, but he also offers ideas. So I want to take a page from Newt and say, not only have I analyzed the problems that we face in 2014 and beyond, but I've also offered solutions. And so one solution is get back to the rules of 2008. We also need to decentralize the RNC. We need to give more power back to the states, and give those states more autonomy, because we have a bunch of consultants right now up at the RNC who are making millions and millions of dollars and giving bad advice. Things like the Orca project that wasn't beta tested until election day, millions of dollars. I say fire all the consultants and send the money back to the states, okay? That's what we need to do to get things on the right path. Also, we need to look at competitive bidding of the RNC. For those of you who don't know what that means, competitive bidding means that really, in the case of the RNC, any contract over $100,000 would be put out for bids, for RFP, or request for proposal. That hasn't happened in the last 2 years. It was going on before that. And in 2009, the RNC passed a resolution stating under good governance that all contracts, $100,000 or more, should be falling under the good governance resolution. So I want to go back to that, get our contracts back in line, and find the best consultants who are hired for these things, if we have to hire consultants. Because I'm not sure if we're going to have to hire, with all the people here in this room and the grassroots out there, they can do a lot of stuff for us with social media. But we're going to have to hire someone to get our technology back in line with the Democrats. Because the Democrats, if you saw what happened in the last election, if you saw what happened with Obama and their team, their technology team, they mopped the floor with us. And these guys were hired temporarily to come in and build the software and the algorithms that gets the data mining in effect that will get the victory across the plate. We didn't have that. We didn't have that at all. So we're talking about the rules, we're talking about competitive bidding, we're talking about technology and decentralization of the party. But there's other issues we have to talk about as well. We have to talk about getting conservatism back on the map and not be afraid to talk about conservatism, and the heart of conservatism being libertarianism. We don't need to be afraid. Get out there, express it, educate, tell people, I'm proud to be a Republican and I'm proud to be a conservative, and there's no reason why I shouldn't be, because conservatism is the future, it's the roadmap out of the madness we find ourselves in today. Now, all that said, how do we get people back to the party? How do we get people back who've left, who say, you know what, 2012, that was it. That was my last shot. I'm done with you. I'm going to move on. I'm going to go unenrolled, independent, third party. I don't know, but I'm not going to be a Republican. I say, time out, come back. We're going to show some good faith efforts. As chair, good faith efforts with the rules, with the contracts, with the bidding, and with the overall governance of how we conduct business and getting the money back to the states. If we can do those things, we will show in good faith to our grassroots, our rank and file Republicans, that we're actually serious about being the party of liberty, equality, equal opportunity, and favoritism for none. We've got to start acting like it. If we don't, we're doomed. We're doomed. You can kiss 2014 and 2012 or 2016 goodbye. It's all over. So with that, I'd like to roll into the last part of my management process overall of how I would manage the RNC if elected. But what you want to do is you want to have honesty and integrity as the top two values of your organization, and bring forth bold ideas. I don't care who you are. If you're in the organization and you see a problem, come to me or come to your management and bring that problem forward and be bold with solutions. What's the worst we can say? No. You know, all you can say is no. Be bold. Bring it forward, because I believe in this room and across this country there are people out there with good ideas. They need a voice to get those ideas to the RNC. And I'm that voice in 2013 in this winter meeting. Drafted by the grassroots, bringing forward, I know it's a long shot, okay, but I think we've already won because we've moved the ball of freedom and liberty and conservatism a little farther down the field than it was a few weeks ago. And with that said, I'll take some questions if anybody has any questions about why I'm doing this or what my plans are. And I can't say, thank you so much for coming out today. And I guess we'll just take some questions if anybody has any.
Yes, how many states do you have, and how many states do you need to be nominated?
Okay, so under the rules, you need 2 RNC members, and there's 3 members in each state. So you need 2 members from 3 states. And right now I have 2 members from Maine and 2 members from Nevada. So we're looking for a 3rd. So not every state has committed completely to the chairman. So we are still working that issue, and we're going to talk to people, RNC members one-on-one between now and Thursday night, that even if you are going to vote for the chairman, that's okay. I understand that. But if you believe that I should be on the ballot to be able to express the message of the grassroots, then please support my right to do so, and just get me 2 members from the state to put me on the ballot. But if we don't get that, that's okay. That's okay, because we've already won. We've got our message out. But I would hope that someone who watches this video would say, you know what? this guy's throwing his hat in the ring. Okay, you know, maybe he just joined the RNC back in May, but you know what? I think, and I'm talking to a lot of people who do believe my ideas are really, really good, or it's baseline Republican ideas that they're not hearing up here at the RNC. And so I believe that all that said together, that the case has been made for a third state to get me on the ballot.